Alright, it's time for the best-selling game on the Sega Genesis. Sonic the Hedgehog 2. We take everything that made the first game great and make it even better. So let's jump right in here. As you can see, the everything about this game is better. They literally took Sonic the Hedgehog 1 and made every bit of it better. The sound quality is better. The stages pop more. There's more stages. The gameplay is faster and smoother. There's another emerald. It's just better. Much, much better. And here we have our first special stage already. When you pass a checkpoint with 50 rings, some stars start swirling above it. Jump into those stars and get into a special stage, which, in my opinion, are the worst part of this game. I hate these half-pipe special stages, especially because I'm using a very stiff Logitech controller, and you can see me swaying all over the place here. It'd be really sad if I messed up the first special stage. I never even messed this one up when I was a kid. I mean, the first 3 special stages in this game are easy. And the 4th one's not too hard either. I used to have trouble with it, but not so much now. So the idea here is you have a set amount of rings to collect in a racetrack, I guess, in this half-pipe section. And if you get to the end of that section without the number of rings, then it tells you not enough rings and you lose the special stage. Each special stage has 3 segments to it. And that's really it. You just collect rings and you avoid bombs. Because if you get hit by a bomb, then you lose all your rings. There we go, that was easy. There's barely any bombs in there. You saw them as those black and red balls. I think getting hit with a bomb will take off 10 rings. We'll see more of it later when I actually get to them. Anyway, back to Emerald Hill. It's a lot like Green Hill Zone, just much, much better. And that's saying something, because Green Hill Zone was actually one of the best levels in Sonic 1. The colors pop more, it's faster, there's more loops. The music is better. Oop, I saw a special stage ring up there. So as I said earlier, we're introduced to Tails here, Sonic's sidekick for the rest of Sonic in general. In this game, there's not much to say about him. He's just there, he's your sidekick, that's about it. The part where he's really noticeable are the special stages, because he can collect rings and he can run into bombs. He's a pain in the ass in the special stages. Especially the later ones. That's why most people tend to play this game as Sonic alone, or Tails alone. Although if you want one of the endings, you want to be Sonic alone. Or at least Sonic and Tails. I'm playing with Sonic and Tails just because I think that's how it's meant to be played. Yeah, those are some bombs, and somehow Tails jumped into it without losing anything. Not that it would have mattered, he's only got 3 rings anyway. It's when he's got like 20 rings where it becomes a problem. Because you can't directly control him. He moves after you move Sonic. And he jumps after you make Sonic jump. So you have to time your jumps just right, otherwise he's going to hit something and he's going to screw you up. Although that was kind of my fault there. It's been a while since I've played Sonic 2. Most of the time I'm playing Sonic 3, but I cannot deny just how great Sonic 2 is. There is a reason it is the greatest selling game on the Genesis. And the only reason Sonic 3 is not the greatest selling game on the Genesis, in my opinion, is because it was released as two separate games, being Sonic 3 and Sonic and Knuckles. So yeah, back to Tails. He's a two-tailed fox, hence why his name is Tails. Well, his nickname is Tails. His name is actually Miles Prower. Yeah, there's a pun in there. But he's Sonic's best buddy, and he can run just about as fast as Sonic. I always hit that monkey, by the way. That I don't see. I just always hit him. I hate it. Maybe I'm too eager. It's just Sonic 2 is so much faster than Sonic 1. I always want to go fast. And stuff like that happens. Now, I think there's a secret passage in there that leads to an extra life. In fact, I'm pretty sure there is. I just didn't get to it. Now, I think I get 3 of the emeralds in Emerald Hill here. Oh, right, there is something new that I forgot to mention. Sonic has a new move, the Spin Dash. If you hold down and tap one of the jump buttons, he'll rev up and then shoot off when you release the down button. And this has been a staple for the series since this game, and it's a very useful tool. It's actually essential in some parts of the game, just because you need to gain that extra speed. Alright, third special stage. It's another easy one. Now, if these are so easy, why might they be the worst part of the game? Well, it starts at the 5th special stage. It gets better at the 6th one, and then it gets really bad at the 7th. I spend a lot of time on those last 3 special stages when we eventually get to them. The first 4 emeralds are really easy to get. For this part of the stage, just stand in the middle and jump occasionally. You'll never run into anything. Now there's a loop coming up here, gotta jump through that. Get 160? Oh, I'm not far off from that. It's gonna be a loop, jump. I just don't have a lot to say with these early special stages. The later ones, because I'm going to end up going through them a few times, like 2 or 3 times each. No, that's too little. 3 or 4 times each. And yes, I will be getting all the Chaos Emeralds in this game. In fact, I almost used a save state to get the last one. But I managed to get it on the first try without when I just save stated, so it all turned out better than expected. Alright, let's move along here. There's only 2 acts in each stage for this game. Well, like, except for Metropolis Zone, but and a couple later stages are only 1 act 2. Yep, I got hit by the first boss. It could be worse though, I could die to him. That'd be horrible. So yeah, Robotnik's back with much more interesting machines this time around. He's got this okay, this isn't interesting at all. He's got a car with a drill on the front. Hit him 8 times, it blows up. At least it looks cooler. Yeah, get back here, you. So there we are, Emerald Hill. It's Green Hill Zone on steroids. Man. Here we go, Chemical Plant. This is one of my favorite zones in the game. You can get some great speed going here. you can get fast enough that you outrun the screen. Unfortunately, I'm not doing a very good job of showing it off right at the beginning, but here we go. Also, it's got a kick-ass music track. I've said it before, but Sonic's got some of the best music in video games, period. Even the bad Sonic games like Shadow the Hedgehog and Sonic 2006 have great music tracks to them. Bitch. Here we go, now we're getting some speed, and I do see, I outran the screen just there. Chemical Plant's not a long zone. Usually the first act I can finish under 50 seconds. I don't this time because I was a little slow at the beginning, and then there was that time where I got hit by the crawler, I forget his name. I still managed to beat it in just over a minute. Some of the stages are pretty short, but some of them can be longer. Like Mystic Cave and Oil Ocean, those are much longer stages. Whereas we got stuff like Chemical Plant and Aquatic Ruin, which are pretty short. Speed! Go to the left here when you get off that jump. Got an extra life in the little cubby there. Yeah, get out of here, Extra Life music. We want to hear the awesome Chemical Plant track. Shield is back, looking much better, although you can sort of not see it due to video compression. I'm going to go back to Tails here because we just saw him collect some rings for me. He can do that, and he can jump on badniks, he can jump on the bosses. He actually kind of breaks the game when he jumps on some of the bosses because Tails is completely invincible. He cannot die unless he drowns, gets crushed, or falls into a bottomless pit. And even if that happens, he'll just fly back. If you move so fast that he gets thrown off screen, he'll just fly back. Okay, the fourth special stage. This was the one that always gave me trouble as a kid. As an adult, I find it pretty easy. Asking for 40 rings? Yeah, that's reasonable. That's actually pretty easy. I'm almost there already. Okay, I'm a little off now. Oh, Tails is in front. This is bad. Now, if you have a second controller, you can control Tails in the main game and the special stage. Eventually, if you don't press the second controller for a while, he'll go back to computer control, which is good, otherwise he'd probably start getting hit by bombs, especially in this section. This was always where I screwed up as a kid. Kinda like that. It's even harder with Tails because Tails is likely to hit one of the bombs when he goes through. You can jump across, but I find it easier to weave in between. My timing was a little off, but I made it through. You come up to a similar section in the 7th special stage that moves much faster and is much harder. And I screwed up a lot. Not because of Tails, but just because I have bad timing. And I actually end up screwing it up at the same place each time. You'd think I'd learn faster, but I don't. Ooh, that's not good, not good, not good. Yeah, okay, it's all good now. You can actually tell which emerald you're coming up to by the color of the special stage, except for that one. For some reason you get a pink one. Whatever. Let's get back to Chemical Plant Zone and its awesomeness. This is also the first zone with water in this game, even though it's purple and it's got a different name that I forget. Yeah, let's get to moving fast again. And now this infamous column that scared everyone as a kid. Because if you get trapped under there, you're probably going to drown, especially if you fall back down here. You have to be fast. Now, at this point in time, I can pretty much do it without even touching the water. Well, I touched it, but I wasn't submerged in it. Yeah, we're coming up to the first death here because I really screwed something up. Oops. Ah, well. I learned from my mistakes for the most part. I don't know why that slowed me down, but run across the spring, we run across right over here. We're coming right to the boss now, who is also pathetically easy. He tries to suck up water, or purple stuff. Purple Kool-Aid, we'll call it that. He tries to suck up purple Kool-Aid to drop on you, but you can just jump on him and bounce on him 8 times and he's done. And that's it. Chemical plant is over. So that's 2 stages done already, pretty quickly. The only reason this took so long was because of the special stages. Moving on to Aquatic Ruin next.